All right, from Texas A&M, we have head coach Rob Childress, as well as junior Hunter Coleman and sophomore Asia Lacy. Before we get questions for our student athletes, Coach, if you'd lead us off with an opening statement.
Yep, just really proud of our team. I mean, so many times when you lose the first game of regional, there's just a disappointed feeling. I could sense that a little bit this morning at breakfast, and just really proud of the way our guys responded after losing a tough game to Duke yesterday and coming out, grabbing the momentum right away from an offensive standpoint, and Asa not letting them back in the game, and just proud of the toughness that our team showed today.
Thank you, Coach. Questions for our student athletes?
Asa, how much pressure does it take off when you haven't even thrown a pitch yet and you come out there with a 5-0 lead?
A lot.
How big was it for you guys to put up 5 in that first inning and maybe build off of the 9th inning from yesterday?
Yeah, definitely. I think yesterday, just kind of late in the game, got us going, gave us some momentum, and we kind of capitalized on our what we were doing yesterday and did it again today to repeat it, and just kind of stuck with it the whole game, and it's been working, so we're gonna stay with it.
Do any of you know where your second home run landed? Because I don't think anyone saw it land.
I did not see it. I was disappointed. I was getting Gatorade.
Is there anything you guys talked about coming into this game after that loss to maybe pick yourselves up as a team?
Just kind of letting that one go and winning one at a time. You can only play one at a time, and we're just kind of now we're going around, and Coach calls it the heartbreaking tour, so that's what we plan on doing.
Yeah, we just needed to win today, and we really played with a freedom today. I was proud of our guys.
Asa, 7 strikeouts, one run over 7 innings. What was working for you today?
Just a fastball command. I think I only walked one guy, hit a couple, but it's always good to get deep in games when you only walk one guy, and the command was good early. And I mean, when you've got a 5, 6, 7 run lead, you can really just pitch off your fastball and kind of let things unfold.
Hunter, do you feel like, I mean, obviously now coming back now through the elimination bracket, I mean, it's it's not the easiest road to go through in regional. The mindset to keep playing in elimination games, what's it take for you guys to keep advancing?
I think we've kind of been in that spot all year. Whether playing in our conference, it's always a day in, day out. It's a grind. Sometimes you have your back against the wall. Sometimes you're the one throwing the first punch. But just kind of that experience of going through the SEC and kind of having your back against the wall after maybe if you lose the opening game, kind of bouncing back and finding a way to win the series. I think we did that quite a bit this year. So kind of playing with that mindset.
Any other questions for the student athletes? All right, thank you, gentlemen.
Oh, it's all right. Happens all the time, more than you think.
All right, questions now for Coach Childress.
Rob, how important was it for you guys to be able to come out and get something going on offense? I know you're able to get some runs across there in the 9th inning, but it wasn't really coming on hits.
Well, it was gigantic. I mean, when you consider what we did the last 2 games of the FCC tournament, and then again yesterday with runners at second and third in the first inning not to cash in, and it's like, here we go again. And, maybe the 9th inning grabbing some momentum and taking something away from Duke in that game gave us a little bit of just feeling a little bit better about ourselves offensively. And, when you lose that first game in the regional, there's a sense of, hey, this could be over real quick. One bad day you can recover from. 2 bad days, your season's over. But for us to start fast allowed us to breathe, play a little bit looser, and certainly Asa didn't allow them back in the game.
How much do you think that helped Asa coming out there? I know he's been very good.
Certainly huge. I mean, those guys have pitched in a lot of tight games, and, every pitch matters, and they've been awful good all year long.
Coach, obviously, pitching has kind of been your team's strength through most seasons, but, to continue moving forward now, John and Asa, obviously, you've already used them, so does it become more of a managing the staff of,
Well, we do have some depth. I mean, we've got Chris Weber and Christian Roa that are rested and ready to go, and we didn't use our end of the game guys. They got a day off today, so we feel like we're back in a good place going into tomorrow, and we'll do whatever we've got to do to win one game at a time. We're not going to hold anybody back to try to get to the next game. It's all hands on deck, but given those two guys a day off today and haven't used our closer yet, we've got all the pieces in place on the mound to continue to try to advance. We just got to go and try to continue our momentum offensively.
Coach, after starting that offensive momentum against Duke, if you do happen to play Duke again, I mean you'll have a different guy on the mound, obviously, but I mean, do you think this team is coming in with more confidence against Duke?
I don't know. We're leaving the field with some confidence today, and that's the hardest thing to talk about. When you got it, you roll with it. When you don't have it, it's the hardest thing to find. If you could bottle it up and sell it, you'd be a millionaire, a gazillionaire. And but to leave here tonight and go to sleep feeling a lot better about ourselves than we did when we got in bed last night, it's a great place to be. And we've got an early start tomorrow, 12 o'clock game, and we're going to play somebody that's disappointed and getting to bed late tonight. And, it's all about just coming out and doing our very best to get off to a good start.
Is there a different mindset knowing that you might have to play 2 tomorrow, or are you still kind of one game at a time?
It has to be one game at a time. We can't leave anybody back at the hotel and next game starter. We've got to have everybody here ready to go and do whatever it takes to win that first game.
How about the job Hunter did at the plate today with the 2 big home runs? I know you guys had a couple of home runs, but it's
Sure, outstanding. I mean, to lose that guy in the middle of our conference race for 6 weeks was awful tough, and for him to come back and finally starting to get his timing down, and nobody wants to be a help more than Hunter Coleman, and it's just nice to see him have a great day for his teammates.
Are he and Ty related?
Brothers.
Yeah.
In a tournament setting, do you prefer to see a team that you've seen before, or do you want to play someone that both teams are sort of, we don't know anything about each other?
I don't really care. I'm just happy we're playing tomorrow, and somebody asked yesterday about the preparation that goes into it. We're in a better place than we were 3 or 4 years ago, so we're prepared for either team that we play tomorrow.
Was the dugout a little bit lighter, putting up 11 runs compared to what it maybe has been?
Yeah, without question. The guys were loose and free and, having a good time, and certainly got the utmost respect for Fordham and Coach Layton and his staff, having played them in the opening year. They do an amazing job rolling through the Atlantic 10, finishing in 4th place, and then winning that tournament. Incredibly well coached, very talented team that can press you in a lot of ways, and the only way we slow them down is grabbing that lead on the bases, and even then we didn't slow them totally down. So just really good coaching staff and a really well-coached team.